All right, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast, brought to you by Boot Crew Media. This episode is also brought to you by the Kelly Gibson Foundation. The Kelly Gibson Foundation is a community-driven nonprofit organization that focuses on supporting first responders, military initiatives, and children's athletic programming through golf in the greater New Orleans and Gulf Coast region. There it is. For more information, go to www.kellygibsonfoundation.org. Again, that is www.kellygibsonfoundation.org.
Yes.
Today, we are predicting college football. It's football season.
We're not predicting as much as we're telling you what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're pretty cursed.
I've actually been meaning. Oh, dude, I forgot about the other one.
Yeah,
Mystical.
last week we dropped Mystical and we cursed them. The perfect 10 curse is real, people.
The perfect 10 curse is real. It's unfortunate.
Like we gave Mystical a shout out, goes and rapes somebody. We do not condone rape.
We don't. We do not.
We love women on here.
Exactly. We do not condone it one bit.
We don't condone Mystical anymore. He's canceled.
Unfortunately, so.
I think it's very fortunate we cancel a rapist.
Okay. Well, yeah. When you say it that way, sure.
Like Deshaun Watson, canceled.
Yeah.
All right. So, trivia question.
Okay.
I think I asked this before. I don't know. All right. Who is the only head coach who has never had a losing season in high school, college, and NFL? Never had a losing season.
I feel like we have addressed this before. So
I'll give you a hint.
Wait. Well, hold on. Let me think.
You want me to give you a hint before you take a guess?
Give me a hint.
It's not Nick Saban.
Well, I know that because he had a losing record in the NFL. So,
okay, just making sure you got that. That's your only hint.
I'm gonna say.
Can I give you a second hint?
Just what conference are they in?
Can't tell you that.
Okay, well, give me another hint then.
Some of those seasons were 500. To be fair, he did have a few 500 seasons, but never had a losing record at any moment in his career.
Not Lane Kiffin, huh?
No,
because USC. But I felt no, he didn't lose their
Raiders.
Oh yeah, I forget, dude. That is wild. He coached the Raiders. How old was he? 19 when he was coaching the Raiders?
26.
Was he
25, really? Maybe. And he wanted to draft Calvin Johnson, but Al Davis made him draft Jamarcus Russell.
All right. So, is it one of the Kelly brothers?
No.
Bob Stoops.
No.
Steve Spurrier.
No.
How many guesses do I get?
You guessing?
Oh, Dabo?
No. They're not current.
Oh, not current. Lou Holtz.
No.
I can't stand Lou Holtz, dude.
I hate Lou Holtz. He talks like he's smushing grapes in his mouth.
So it's not they don't coach right now.
No.
Okay. Bear Bryant.
No.
Les Miles.
No.
Is he coaching right now? Somewhere in Kansas?
No, he got canceled.
Oh, okay, well, as he should.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's not coaching right now, there's no way I'm going to get to it. I don't think. Wait. No.
Vince Lombardi.
Oh.
He's coached at the high school level, never had a losing season. College level, never had a losing season.
Well, I mean, that was
NFL.
60 years ago.
It still counts. It's still an impressive feat. Never having a losing record. That has to be nice.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
you're a winner. Just every season winner.
I guess fair, dude. But I mean, who's thinking the 60 years ago, you know?
Yeah. All right. So today.
What about Andy Reid?
He's had losing seasons with the Eagles.
Sure about that?
I don't even think he coached college. I feel like he has not coached college. He may have coached Kent State.
I feel like Andy Reid. Oh, wait, Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season in the NFL.
That's true. In the NFL, he's never had a losing season. That's pretty impressive. Oh, he was a grad assistant at he was never a head coach. He never head coach. Andy Reid's never head coach college football. For some reason, I thought he did. That's pretty wild.
I don't remember having any losing seasons with the Eagles though. But I guess he wasn't a college coach then.
I think that his very first season, that 99 season where they drafted McNabb.
Right. Well, McNabb, they went to 8 out of 10 NFC championships.
Yeah, that's a wild stat when you really think about it.
And they lost 2 Super Bowls, right?
Yes. No, 1 Super Bowl
against
the Patriots. That's a different list for a different
time. Yeah.
We're doing NFL predictions probably after we do fantasy football predictions.
Okay. Yeah, we got to jump on those soon.
Yeah, whole month of August we're doing football list.
Yeah, got
this
to.
upcoming season. Because we all love football. It's America's game. All right, so this podcast episode will be a little different. We're going to be doing takes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And along with those takes, after we're done with it, we're going to say what team finishes in that spot.
Oh, I was saying the team as I do the list.
Well, me too.
Okay.
And then once we're done, after we're done with our rundowns, we're going to give you who we think is going to win each conference. We're going to pick our Heisman winner. We're going to pick who's in the college football playoff and our champion.
Yes. So yeah, just college football 2022 predictions across the board.
Yeah. And my thing, when I do takes like this, I don't like being right small. I like being right big. I like making a bold prediction and being right. So if I'm wrong big, I'm okay with that. I'd rather be wrong big than wrong small. I'd rather be right big than right small.
Okay.
So
I don't have any honorables or dishonorables.
Me neither, just because it was
such a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And my list is going to be very vanilla compared to, I'm assuming, what you're going to come up with.
I got some takes, boy.
You'll just dive right in.
My number one, I will say it's my number one. When I say it, some listeners are gonna be like, dude, shut the fuck up. But I have got some good reasons why this is gonna happen.
Okay.
We'll get there
All
though.
Right. Just dive right in.
Just dive right in.
All right. So what's up, dog?
We just
yeah, your mic is still on if you want to.
You want to hop on in? We're just about to do
linger.
We're about to go do our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I know Regio's never short on opinions.
I don't ever say anything.
All right. So my number 10 spot, a lot of people listen to this are either going to really love or really hate this pick. So the way I'm doing mine is I'm giving my take first.
Yeah, I'm doing my take
and
first.
then I'm going to say, and also this is who I think is going to finish.
That's exactly how I was going to do it.
Okay. So my number 10 spot. Everybody I know that's a fan of this team acknowledges this for the most part.
Okay.
But they also don't let that keep them from being this way. So in the spirit of that, my number 10 take is LSU fans will be irrational with their expectations.
Yeah.
Never fails.
Good or bad.
Yeah. But I think
they'll hate something about the team, but expect them to win every game.
Right. I think we're going to hit that over on the win, 7.5. I think we're going to hit that.
Okay. So going with that, being that LSU fans
we'll get to that
are irrational, my number 10, who I think is going to finish 10th overall, LSU.
Not bad. Not bad.
So 10 wins.
Goes hand, probably 9 will get you in the SEC.
9 wins in a New Year's Day bowl win.
Okay.
So that would put you 10. Yeah.
At the end.
That would put you at 10.
All right. So that's my number 10. My number 9 take. There will be a record number of players sitting out of pointless bowl games. They've never had more incentive because they're getting paid now. Why? Why would you play in a pointless bowl game?
I will say this: if I was handing out NIL money to a player, I'm saying you sign here, you got to play in a bowl game too.
Well, so that's kind of the unknown in the whole NIL, right?
I know this is like our second year going into that.
Is there
first year?
First year openly.
Yeah.
Is there actual contracts that they're signing though?
Yes.
They
have a turn. Pretty much they have like agents.
Like a term sheet.
Yeah.
Like most of the ones for LSU are signed with Gordon McKernan, the attorney out of Baton Rouge.
No shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll take it.
But I'm saying they're like, okay, well, we're going to get to another point of that later. But anyway, so I think there's going to be a record number of players sitting out of pointless bowl games for their defense being that they don't want to get injured.
The NIL is it's the worst thing to happen in college football.
Nah, well, we'll see.
We got to wait it out. I mean, I see what you're saying. I think it's going to like that combined with the conference realignment. I think we're going to see a very different product.
I think within the next 3 years,
because those two combined things are going to change the entire landscape.
I think it's going to improve play. I feel like the actual like product on the field is going to improve.
Make yourself look good on social media, and you'll make $3 million.
Yeah, but I mean, you still got to play.
And also say
the number one person in the NIL is a gymnast from LSU.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, but that has nothing to do with actual football, though. I mean,
I will say this about NIL. I think coincidentally, it will make the NFL product better. because there's too many times where these college kids, they go in the NFL, they get money, and they just fall completely out.
Right.
Go ahead,
They'll learn
weed-
early. Yeah.
weed them out.
Okay, fair. And so I think who's going to finish ninth overall? I got Kentucky.
I was almost putting Kentucky.
I
in
love
my
it.
I
love it.
I almost put Kentucky top 10.
Kentucky, they're so wildly hit and miss. Either
Miss-
they have a great season
they-
or you don't
they-
hear about it
Their
at all.
They
trenches
beat
are
Georgia last year. They're in the SEC championship.
I don't know.
But anyway, so I got
My only concern with Kentucky is Tennessee and Georgia on their schedule. I think Tennessee will be decent. I think they will upset either Kentucky or Georgia.
okay.
Not LSU.
No, fuck no.
Well, that's my 10 spot. So my number 8. Again, so I have a lot of contradictory things in this list
It wouldn't be
between
a perfect 10 episode unless we contradict
between the things that I think are going to happen and the things the way I think people are going to finish. So my number 8 spot prediction, I think the thing that never fails, think LSU, think something that wrecks our season every single year, last game of the season. Arkansas will beat LSU.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
It's in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, back.
Sam Pittman is a phenomenal head coach.
We
I
could-
hate that Arkansas is good now, but
We could be on pace to go finish in the playoffs or top seed, whatever, and then we'll lose. Even Arkansas will be like 500 and they'll beat
yeah,
us.
but then again, Arkansas will lose probably like Ole Miss or Mississippi State.
Right.
'Cause that's just their brand.
It just always happens.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I got
Lane-
Arkansas beating
Lane,
us.
Lane Kiffin coming off of blood, man. You better watch that one.
wait,
I
Lane,
got Lane Kiffin on my list. Don't worry.
where's Lane Kiffin? Is it Arkansas?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Oh, okay. Wait, he's back there?
Yeah, he's still there.
He was the head coach last year.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
You're not helping yourself on this list.
I know. Well, anyway, so that was my take on 8. My number 8 finishing position. I got Michigan.
No.
I think they're going to finish higher.
I think they're going to fall way off.
Oh, fall off. Okay.
All right, so my number 10, I got BYU finishing in the top 10. I think BYU has a good program. I think Kalani, how you say his name, Kalani Satake, I think he's one of the most underrated coaches in
That
the nation.
sounds like something I've ordered at a restaurant before. What was that?
You're,
like- it's
you're
like-
forgetting something very big there.
What's up?
They're in the Big 12.
No, that's not this year. That's next year.
Okay, that's my fault then.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought
I thought about that. Them, Cincinnati, who else is going?
Houston and
Houston.
Central Florida.
Central.
That's not this year.
That's next year or year after next. I know it's not this year. I know that for a fact. It's not this year
Okay, because
I looked at their schedule.
I thought there was gonna be 16 teams, and I was like, oh man, that's a lot.
Hold on, let me-
Because I know Texas, Oklahoma is staying till 25, but they have the option to leave in 23. Dang, I really thought all 4 of them were going this year.
yeah, that's next year.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully,
My
hopefully
fault.
nobody's actually watching this episode because I was
Like, I think-
checking out.
Yeah, dude, you were just gunning
Like the
yourself there.
I literally think BYU will give Notre Dame a headache when they play.
Okay.
That'll be
This-
a very close
This
game.
year, yes.
So I
And-
say BYU finishes in the top
and
10.
they're getting a little sauce in the offseason from Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
What
Yeah.
kind, wait,
Get
what kind
that
of
dog.
sauce are we talking about here?
Some just some.
You saw that video I sent you where
What, he can pay the whole team's PEDs?
No, I'm just saying they're getting a little juice from everybody.
Got that dog in
yeah.
like I showed you that video.
dog in.
I sent you that video that Jets fan brought a jersey.
Yeah, yeah,
It said
yeah.
MILF Hunter on it. He had
Yeah.
the Jets players sign.
Yeah, classic, dude.
That's great. Who'd have thought a BYU guy would be like the biggest horn dog?
And he
in the
looks
league
like
right
he's 14 years old.
The best memes right now, whenever Tom Brady finds out that Zach Wilson's friends with his wife.
now. Yeah. All right. So I said BYU will finish in the top 10 and finishing at number 10. I got BYU.
There you go. Yeah.
I think they'll probably lose 1-2 games and finish there. All right. Number 9. Coastal Carolina finishes in the top 15 again, and Grayson McCall will be the first QB taken in the NFL draft.
Grayson, who?
McCall, their quarterback. I think
Wow.
he's better than Bryce Young. I think he's better than CJ Stroud.
That's going to be a big miss.
Here's
Hey,
hey,
you know they got Stroud like he is the dog going into the draft.
I think
And Bryce
Grayson-
Young is the favorite for a Heisman, right?
I had the
Or
same
Stroud is,
feeling
Stroud
with
is,
Grayson McCall as I did Derek Carr and Lamar Jackson. The reason I say this, if you go look at his sophomore stats, pretty decent. Only
Okay.
threw 3 interceptions, great completion percentage. Then the very next year, he improved that completion percentage and those yards Still only threw 3 interceptions. If he improves again this year, he will be the first quarterback taken.
Okay.
Hey, what does ESPN do? Like top 25 games, like leading up to the season or whatever,
Mhm.
or they do the top 25 games at the end of the season, something like that.
Yeah.
I guarantee that ULL, Coastal Carolina, will be on there.
Oh yeah, that was a fucking great game. Grayson McCall put that team on his back though.
And ULL's really good this year too.
Yeah, that they are.
Okay.
All right. And at my number 9 spot, I think Auburn will finish at number 9.
Okay.
Auburn's they're up. When they're up, they're up. When they're down, they're down. They have no consistency. And I think this will be one of the years they're magically up.
Auburn, dude.
With TJ Finley?
Yes.
Support local.
I mostly did that for Travis. I know Travis is
I hear
listening.
you. Yeah.
Had to put Auburn on there for him. All right, number 8. I got Lincoln Riley will struggle his first year with Clay Helton's roster over at USC. Everybody thinks Lincoln Riley's going to come in at USC and make them automatic contenders.
I don't know. He brought the QB with him though.
Yeah, can't remember Caleb Williams. Yeah,
Caleb
Caleb Williams. He brought Caleb Williams with him. But man, just those players, I just don't feel like they fit his scheme. He needs more finesse. Like he has some big body receivers. I'll give him that. But he needs some speed. He needs those guys who's
receivers.
He's got to get those guys to stretch the field for him.
Yeah, but you got to remember his legs stretched the field for him.
Say it again.
His legs stretched the field for him.
That's true. That is true. But I do
I
think
haven't
he'll
looked
struggle.
into anything USC, if I'm being honest. Dude.
Not many people do.
Well, luckily for you, everything we're talking right now is still Oklahoma.
Yeah. But so
You said USC, dude.
yeah, he's at USC.
Oh, okay.
They got Oklahoma's head coach.
Okay,
and
brought him
starting-
over. Yeah,
they got their head coach and their starting quarterback. So I think he'll struggle his first year. I think USC will be back eventually, maybe next year, maybe year after that. But this year, I think
I don't know if
struggle.
USC 's ever coming
R.I.P.
back,
Spencer
dude.
Rattler, by the way.
Where'd he go? South Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where careers go to die.
yeah.
Lately, for sure.
All right. So that was and finish at number 8. I got Baylor.
Okay.
I like Baylor.
All day.
I hear you.
All right. So you're 7-6.
My number 7 prediction. So this is probably going to be a big swing and a miss, but I feel like at some point this season, Notre Dame is going to announce that they're joining some conference at some point.
I almost put that too, but
Maybe it's
there's-
2025, but they're at some
Wait, I thought right now they're
they played in the ACC
for the
that
COVID year,
the
right?
COVID year, but they did not like it though. That's the only reason I say they probably won't do it
oh,
because
no,
they
but
like
I thought
because if they join a conference, they got to get rid of the NBC deal. I don't see them doing that.
some
Well, but you also got to think there's so many more players coming into the media game that all that's going to be realigned anyway.
That's what I saw because USC and somebody else is leaving the Pac-12.
UCLA,
UCLA.
yeah,
Have they announced? They haven't announced where they're going then.
they're going Big Ten.
Okay, I think that's
like Ohio State.
Yeah, because geographically that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought I saw Notre Dame was going to join
But the-
USC. Like
It was
whatever. Like
USC,
they were going to.
UCLA.
That was the talk that like they're the ones. That
Well,
are gonna-
most likely they'd go to what ACC, right?
No. Most likely they would go to Big Ten.
No, Notre Dame they'll go to ACC
That's who they played with during the COVID year.
But geologically, they're
because I think ACC would probably work with them for the NBC deal, but I think at the end of the day they're going to be like, no, you can't do that because you're going to have to split that revenue with other teams.
yeah.
But Big Ten outright said you are not.
Well,
doing
I
this.
think all
Okay.
those media rights, I think within the next 2 years are going to be all bought out by either Apple or Amazon or whatever.
Or ESPN.
Anyway, so I just feel like at some point, maybe at the end of the season they announce, hey, in 2024, 2025, we're joining whatever conference.
Okay.
It's definitely time for it. I mean, how many? There's a couple of other independents, right? But it's like people nobody care about.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
New Mexico
But like
State.
is it like Yale or something?
that's
nonsense?
obvious.
Navy is now part of a conference.
Yeah, they're
No.
AAC. Old Dominion.
No, Old Dominion is part of Conference USA.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
Shit. I know New Mexico State's independent. You sure?
Whack.
Whack's dead.
No.
The Western Athletic Conference, that's been dead. Because they all went to the Mountain West.
Now we got
Okay, that might have been.
Now we got just
No,
whack.
I know that.
conferences
That's
we're
so
talking
whack. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Whack's been dead.
But no, so that's my number. That's my number 7 prediction. Also in my number 7 position, Notre Dame.
Okay.
Shooting high on that one.
Think so?
I think Notre Dame's not going to finish top 10.
I think
I
they
don't
still
like
got a-
Notre Dame at all.
They still got a stellar defense, no doubt about it. I
Yeah,
love
they
the coach,
always-
but
They get some benefit of the doubt for what would they have.
they lost a lot of players too.
Yeah.
Transfer
But
portal.
I'm just saying though, like they're one of those teams that has this pull that like somehow they'll end up in the top 10 when they shouldn't.
Okay.
So that's my number 7. My number 6.
It's all mainly Southland Conference.
That's not.
Western Athletic.
Oh, the whack lives.
Yeah. Dude,
Huh.
no, just everybody left it. And most of
Wait, what? These are Southland Conference teams, dude.
yeah,
Not anymore.
no, because they all left the Southland.
Yeah, South.
Actually, and I think they're thinking about joining back to the Southland.
how do they have an odd number of teams?
It happens.
I guess.
I mean, there's 11 teams in the Big 12 right now.
Oh, okay. So my number 6. I got there's some. So I kind of got vague. I really should have sat down and tried to come up with like specific things for some of these, but I wanted to just throw out a prediction that like I can't nail it. Can't put my finger exactly on what it is, but I think there's gonna be some sort of huge scandal that comes out involved with paying the players, right? That or
Like what?
or some sort of offer that was made, right? Whether it be an offer that's like, hey, look, because I kind of heard of these things, which I'm assuming this has been happening for a long time, right? There's these girls that go to certain schools or whatever that are kind of quote unquote offered to certain players if they come to the team. Have y'all not heard of this before?
No, you're basing off of Blue Mountain State, aren't you?
No, I'm talking about like people that I
I
know,
don't think
people
you've
that I
seen
know.
Blue Mountain
Okay.
State. Have you seen Blue Mountain
Absolutely seen Blue Mountain
Yeah.
State.
State? Okay, just
Come on,
making
dude.
sure.
Um,
That's the song I almost put. Was their thing.
but anyway, so whether
He shared a pocket pussy one time.
I have not.
You sound like a politician just now. You got that nervousness in your I have not.
I did say I have not. You know,
Yeah.
I
That was
have.
very politicky of you.
I've been reading a lot of smart books, dude. I've been talking.
We are finding out more and more about teen moms, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Will
facts.
Will Muschamp's wife, dude.
So yeah. Oh, so a compilation of all these things, right? So I feel like there's gonna be some sort of scandal that involves the paying of players, whether it be an offer that's exposed that's like, hey, we'll pay you X amount. There's these certain girls that hey, we'll hook you
Oh,
up
that's what
with.
you mean.
Yeah,
Like,
like
girls are getting in the NIL.
So we're getting
Like hooking.
so we're
prostitution.
getting Deshaun Watson and Robert Kraft stuff going on in here.
Like,
well,
this girl will massage your booty hole if you throw for 5
I'm
touchdowns
just
in one
saying, I
game.
think there's going to be
Wow.
some sort of
I'll
offer
throw
that
for as many touchdowns.
some sort of offer that gets exposed that has some wild stuff that's
like
like,
some wild
hey,
incentives.
yeah.
Okay. I
So
can see that happening actually.
yeah, I mean, it and
Can they blue chips it? Like your parent will get this executive position.
Good name drop, Blue Chips.
so that's
Watched
what
it the other day.
so that's what I'm
Best
saying.
college basketball movie of all.
So I think
The guy failed TV class.
that
The class was TV and he failed it still.
well, that's it's a tough course.
you got to go to class, right? But no, so that's what I'm saying.
It was culturally biased.
I'm thinking that there's got to be a scandal that like a wild scandal that comes out involved with that whole situation of paying
Yeah.
players.
Gotcha.
All right.
And who I think is going to finish in the 6th spot, I got Utah.
I'm glad you have Utah. All right. Cool. Number 7. I say Brian Kelly brings LSU back to a 2-loss season.
Okay. See,
when y'all
hey,
said-
my
I
number
think-
10
I
dog,
think- I
unrealistic
think our-
expectations.
No, just because we have a great roster.
We got good culture.
Too young.
I don't think so. I think we have a great roster. Orgeron recruited very well his time here. So those young cats can play. Brian Kelly is a much better coach than Ed O.
You lost way too much time on defense,
We'll see.
dude. I got 2 LSU tattoos on me. And
I thought
I'm just-
we had one of the better defensive recruiting classes too, though.
But those kids won't play though.
Eh.
I think our only losses
Who's-
will come from
who's your
Arkansas and Alabama.
Who's your starting quarterback?
Our starting quarterback. Oh, it's gonna be fuck, what's his name? He
The
sat
guy-
behind Burrow. What the fuck's Slapdick's name?
Well, the guy that sat behind him. So you are saying Miles Brennan?
Yeah, Miles Brennan.
Okay.
I think it'll be Miles Brennan.
All right, good. Agreed.
Well, Miles Brennan was a very highly recruited.
He's been in
Quarterback, right?
college. Yeah. By guess who? Trivia question. There you go.
Less? No.
Yes. Well, yes.
It was less that recruited?
Yes. Yeah, but guess who it was between? I'm sorry. I meant to say that.
Him or
Mm.
Zach Wilson.
No, I'm sorry. The coach is like, what two schools? It was between Miles and what other school?
Texas A&M.
Chip Kelly.
Oh, you
I mean,
said-
not Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly. Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It was-
nice.
Yeah.
So Brian Kelly will get the most out of him then.
There you go.
Brian Kelly liked him. So
But yet they brought in Jalen Daniels in it.
we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So I said Brian Kelly will bring LSU back. 2 losses. I think those will be Arkansas and Alabama at number 7. I think LSU finishes there.
Okay.
2-loss LSU.
We both got LSU in the top 10. This is why I put that LSU fans will have unrealistic expectations.
All right. My number 6. I say the ACC will eat itself. I think all the teams will just beat the shit out of each other, and no team in the ACC will finish in the top 10.
Miami.
I think Miami will lose to Clemson. I think Clemson will lose to like NC State or somebody like that. NC State, pretty damn good. Wake Forest, they're actually coming along. Sam Hartman's a pretty decent quarterback.
Didn't Wake Forest go like 11-2 last year? or
Yeah,
something
that
like
was wild. Like,
Yeah.
and that quarterback, Sam Hartman, played his ass off.
They had the number 1 receiver, something like that.
I think so.
I did
They
not
had-
pay
they
attention
had-
to Wake Forest.
Well, nobody did until they started.
nobody
until
paid-
they went like 9-0. Everybody's like,
nobody paid attention to Pittsburgh, but
Pittsburgh's damn good.
well, they won it, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won the ACC.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I think they'll eat themselves. I think Clemson's still not back to what Clemson was because they don't have Trevor Lawrence. They don't have Deshaun Watson.
Here's why I still say Miami, because Miami definitely has super talent. Listen to who your coaches are. Number 1, you got the coach from Oregon, Cristobal.
Yeah,
We
Mario
had-
Cristobal.
Cristobal, yeah. And your defensive coaches are Kevin Steele and
Man, I hope Miami's back.
I love when Miami's good.
what's Strong, Charlie Strong.
Charlie Strong. Yeah,
That's 2 serious
Okay.
coaches right
I
there,
agree with you.
especially for defenses.
I just think that it's going to eat itself. I think. Well, we'll get to the
Yeah, we'll
the
get there.
winner later, but okay.
So that was your 7-6?
6. I think Kentucky will finish number 6.
Ah,
Look at
okay.
y'all. Okay.
All right. So my number 5 prediction. I got only because I can't stand the team. I got Notre Dame is going to blow their chance at a playoff spot somehow.
That happens almost all the
Happens
time.
every year. They're like they always get propped up because they're
What's their
Notre
schedule?
Dame.
Well, no, they didn't. They don't. Like, what do you mean by blow it? Like blow it getting
Oh, they're going
in,
to lose to some
or-
team that they should definitely beat to lose their way out of the
Probably
playoff spot.
BYU.
No, no. Actually, they're there. They're
well, their
always
first
there.
their first game's Ohio State. That's the
Oh.
worst first game.
Yeah,
for
but
them,
I mean,
possible.
you can get to the playoffs with one loss for sure.
Them.
If you're Notre Dame, yeah.
And they got BYU, who I got. They got Clemson.
They're done with Georgia.
They got USC. Clemson, USC, BYU.
I'm just saying though, they're Notre
And Ohio
Dame.
State.
They'll be in the discussion with 2 losses, but just because they're Notre Dame, they're like the Cowboys of the NCAA.
Oh, for
I agree.
sure.
I agree with that. But sometimes I think sometimes what does fault Notre Dame is because of the SEC, because they do have a good team, they do have a good
Mhm.
schedule, and they get snubbed out. It's not because of a bad loss or somewhere at the end of the season.
No, I
or
think they're
anything
going to have a
like
dumb loss when they're in contention to get a playoff
that.
spot.
Okay, I got you.
So
So you don't mean like if the dumb loss is like the second week of the season
right,
because they still got plenty of time. to-
right, yeah.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, if they happen to lose to some unranked team in week 3, then sure.
You got way too much time to bounce back, especially with that schedule.
But so I think they're going to lose their way out. And who I think is going to finish in the number 5 spot, I got Texas A&M.
Okay.
My number 4 prediction, I got somehow Florida will have 3 losses and be ranked in the top 10 at some point. Makes absolutely no sense. It happens every year.
Did you even rank Florida?
No,
Then why
No,
do you say
no.
they'll finish in the top 10?
no, I didn't say finish. I'm saying like
Oh,
they'll be ranked in the top 10
okay. I see what you're saying.
somehow with 3 losses. It never fails. It doesn't even make sense. They're just always that team that somehow gets benefit of the doubt when they shouldn't. And
Like if their third loss is 3/4 of the season through and it's to the number 1 Georgia or something like that.
right,
Like if they lost to LSU whoever else, and,
They-
and then their third loss is to Georgia. Yeah, I get
They
that.
always somehow still remain in like ranked very high when they have a terrible record. And it's always like, what, like this doesn't, I mean, sure, it kind of makes sense, I guess, but it just shouldn't,
Yeah.
And my number 4 finisher, opposed to what you were saying a while ago, I got Clemson.
All right. My number 5. I got San Diego State and Boise State will lead the Mountain West for the Big 12.
Wait, they're in it this year already.
Well, San Diego State's flirting with leaving.
Leave. I thought
Boise
you said
State-
lead. I'm sorry.
Boise State's flirting with leaving the Mountain West. San Diego State's for sure going to leave. And I know since I said Big 12, they'll end up going to the Pac-12 just because I said that.
Yeah.
If I'd have said Pac-12, they'd went to the Big 12.
they replace USC and everything like that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, San Diego State's defense,
Dude,
they're and running game, they're incredible.
I love San Diego State this year.
Hey, unders every week. Lock that in. Saying it now.
Okay.
right.
That's like taking oh dude, Purdue. For a while there, Purdue was,
yeah,
was
they're-
automatic to cover.
Yeah.
It did, but it didn't matter if they were the favorite.
Right.
They covered.
Oh, yeah. I like them in total agreement with that defense. Like, bet the under of all those games. They're a run heavy team and they got a good defense. That's just tailor made for smashing unders.
Okay. That's your
So-
5.
That was my 5. And I'm pretty torn. I'm very 50-50 on who finishes here. It'll either be Cincinnati or Houston. It'll be one of those.
Ain't gonna be either one of those.
It'll be one of those AAC teams that just go undefeated, but since their schedule's so weak, they just get left on the outside.
True.
Same
Is-
thing happened to Cincinnati last year.
But is that ACC as weak as you think it is?
The AAC, absolutely. Because all they have is Houston and
Central Florida,
no, I don't think Central Florida's there right now. I think
Major Applewhite, he's doing some things.
don't think so. I just think it's going to be either. I'm leaning Cincinnati again with Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell's
The man.
Yeah.
That
I
dude
love
is
Yeah, I
him.
would take
so
Cincinnati.
fucking
I
good.
love what he can do.
He's like built a mini Ohio State over there. So I think I'm gonna put
He's-
Cincinnati there instead of Houston.
He's the next Urban Meyer. Put him.
Ooh.
Well, hold on.
Well, he
hold on, hold on.
replaced-
Good Urban Meyer, not
Yeah, not-
scandal.
not-
Hey, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I need to step away.
and go put his thumb
Put
up
him-
a girl's ass.
tell
in the
him.
bar.
Tell him where he
Oh.
goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
How
him where
about
does he
that?
go and he
Would that
failed.
annoy a bartender if you see a guy like Urban Meyer just like knuckles deep in the broad at the
Finger
bar?
popping
Well,
each other's.
Well, I mean,
Would that annoy you? Or
first off, how old is she? Good for him. And second off, if I hear her screaming, "No, get away!" then that's not.
but
good.
what if she's like really enjoying it, like enjoying it too much?
Then phone's coming out.
I'm just getting documentation.
There you go. All right, so I think yeah, I'm putting Cincinnati there, not Houston. All right. So number 4. I'm probably gonna get eaten alive for this one. I think UGA loses to Kentucky regular season and Bama and SEC championship and still makes the playoffs.
Wait.
No chance.
I couldn't wait.
Georgia is going to lose to Kentucky and Bama in the SEC championship game and still make the playoffs. I think a 2-loss Georgia will make the playoffs.
The only way a 2-loss team gets in is if they're a conference champion. Facts.
I think this is going to be the first time this happens.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
Because the only other 2-loss team that I think deserved it, who wasn't a conference championship, was actually a Notre Dame team.
Okay. So, and at that spot, I got Georgia finish at number 4
Okay.
because I think they'll lose to Kentucky small. I think they lose to Bama very small.
In the championship game.
And I think the voters are going to put them back in there because people
Yeah,
are going to
I
want to
could-
see.
I could
Because
see
if
it. I
Bama's
could
the
s-
number 1 and you lose to number 1,
Right.
in
Yeah.
the toughest, that's
I could
hard
see
to-
it happening.
So that's what I got.
That was your 5-4?
That's my 5-4.
All right, so my number 3, and this isn't much of nothing, honestly, but I think like this for sure will happen. Per usual, 2 SEC teams are going to take up half the college football playoffs, and everyone's going to complain about it.
It happens. It happens like
It happens. It's happened almost every single time, right? All but like I guess we've had like 6 or 5 or
I mean,
6
I'm
years.
not a fan of non-conference winners getting into the college football playoff.
but
If you win your conference, I think you take precedent over a team that does not.
I
That's
mean,
just my
there's a lot of conference winners with like 3 losses though.
They don't get it though.
Exactly.
But if there's like a conference winner that's in those G5 schools,
Oh, that's some things we was talking
Ooh,
about,
yes.
bro. I didn't know where they were.
but it, like
Okay.
I think Cincinnati should have been in the playoffs last year. That's just me.
Gluten.
Wait, were they in the playoffs?
Yeah.
they
yeah,
were.
they were
Okay.
definitely in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they got their ass whipped. Okay.
The Finnish
the one-
long
No, they
drink
didn't.
legend
No,
of
they-
1952.
No, they
traditional
came back
Sixers?
I thought they came back strong against Alabama last year. They were holding strong, and then Alabama Alabama it.
Yeah. They
Wow,
laid
this
off.
thing smells
Refresh-
delicious, bro.
Holy
Hey,
crap.
January's.
Hold on.
That is good. Long drink. The Finnish long drink.
Legend of
Holy.
1952. Oh, it's gin.
Mm-hmm.
Gin and grapefruit. Juniper berry.
Most refreshing thing you'll ever have, alcoholic wise.
Oh, that's like sit out in the sun, just enjoy your fucking afternoon drink.
and just pass out by 3 p.m., dude.
What's that?
Hey, it's like 6%.
That's 5.5. That's not bad.
That is-
Hey, they got one
that is
downstairs.
delicious.
It's called this is called the finish with 2 ends. Like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
finish, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one downstairs is called Stronger, and it's 8.5%.
Ooh.
Wait, so this is what you've been drinking at the
That, and they also have a
yeah, but
a-
you've been getting
they also have like a 0 version,
okay.
which is still 5%, no sugar.
Gin, soda, and grapefruit. I'm gonna have to start drinking that, dude.
This is very fucking good.
I'm
and-
glad I could be here, guys.
Anyway.
I'm your bartender for a reason.
yeah, shout out last episode. Wait, so that was your
Number 4. So going into year 3.
wait, who's finishing in your four?
Georgia.
Okay, so my number 3 spot. Oh yeah, I'm tripping, dude. I already said per usual, 2 teams are gonna make half the college football playoffs. Everyone's gonna be pissed about it. Whatever, get over it. Have better teams.
So how's your 3?
That was my prediction, and who I think is gonna finish at my 3 spot. I got Georgia.
Okay. All right. My number 3. I have a defensive player will win the Heisman.
That was your what?
My number 3. We'll get. I'll tell you who it is once we do that.
Okay, we'll get back to it.
Okay. I got a defensive player will win the
We're
Heisman,
gonna get back to that.
and who I got finishing there, I got Utah.
Oh, and your 3.
I think they go undefeated in the Pac-12. They're bringing back almost every single offensive starter. I think they lost like 2
And they had-
offensive linemen.
And they had a retarded running game last
Oh
year
my
too.
god! And Ty Whittingham built a great team.
Yeah, he did.
They're gonna run through the Pac-12.
The Utes.
It's
The
actually a
Utes.
shame that the coaches that Utah had and didn't win. A national
Urban
championship.
Meyer.
Yeah.
Well, Urban Meyer went to the Sugar Bowl with Alex
Yeah,
Smith.
and beat the shit out of Alabama.
Fun fact for you.
Like Alabama was up, should have been number 1 team in the national championship, and I mean they ran all over them.
Made Alex Smith a millionaire. Like that
Solid.
that game put him at the number 1 overall
Yeah.
pick over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the team on his
I don't remember
back
that.
and
What was
beat
that?
the fuck
04,
man.
05, something like that?
That would have been 04 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rogers been in the league what, 17 years?
So, yeah,
5.
5.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
So, yeah,
So
number 3 will be Utah.
I graduated high school.
that was your 3.
Mhm.
All right, my number 2, a non-quarterback will win the Heisman.
Hey,
There we go.
there we go.
And who I think is going to finish at number 2, I got Ohio State.
Well, I will buzz that.
Oh, dude.
I'm not giving it a real buzzer because it wasn't the same take. It's the same place. we
Same
put it.
place, different
Yeah.
take. Okay. All
All
right. I got you.
All right, number 2. I got Texas A&M fans will turn on Jimbo Fisher finally.
Oh,
I do not think. I think
you
Jimbo
don't.
Fisher.
You think they're going to fall apart?
I think they're going to fall apart. They
He's
lost.
already openly admitted to like, hey, we got to pay this much for this. We got to pay this much for this. And we're
Well,
going to build a
the
good
reason
team.
I say-
Well, no, but he can do that.
Right. Exactly. That's what
He's
I'm
not
saying. I
beating
don't.
Arkansas. He's not beating Ole Miss. He lost to.
He is going to put it down right now. He is going to trump Alabama.
No, he's not.
What?
I guarantee.
They beat
you.
him last year, right?
Yes, and then they lost to a washed Coach O who was phoning in on his last game. He got outcoached by Ed O, who got his life ruined by a girl from Hammond, America.
Hey, man, please get out. That was my prom day in high school.
Hey, 6 degrees of separation, dude.
I mean, come on. You lost to a guy who ruined his whole life over a girl from Hammond.
Oh, that's messed with Regio.
I ruined
Eskimo
I'm the sort of fault of Ed Ogeron's failure.
Okay, we'll blame you.
We'll let you take that.
I think they're losing to Ole Miss. I think they're losing to LSU. I think they're losing to Arkansas. I think they're losing to Bama.
LSU's gonna play him there.
Yes. LSU's beating them there. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, that was what?
And I got Ohio State finishing there.
I feel,
And what?
Number 2.
Number 2?
I feel like a lot of
Oh,
side,
we did buzz that.
I
Okay.
feel like a lot of side bets are gonna happen after this episode.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm getting a lot of side bets in the comment section.
All right. So I kind of had this same take earlier, but it was more to do with like the exposure of an offer, not necessarily. So this in my number one spot, like like something that I think is going to happen. It's kind of from the player's perspective, not from the offer perspective. So I think something wild is going to happen with the paying player situation, as in I think a major player is either somehow going to hold out or demand some sort of bonus to play in a playoff
That's
game.
actually happened already in college basketball. One of those Miami guys want to hold out for more money.
Right. So like they're going to get to a position where like they have to have this player and they're going to use their leverage and be like, all right, well, hey, if you want me to play in this play, like a college football playoff game, hey, you want me to play? I need X amount of bonus. Like I think something weird is going to happen where like it's kind of the same thing. Either they hold out or they demand something more.
Yeah.
As incentive.
I'll tell you what's probably going to happen. I didn't put it on here because this is going to happen way down the future. This has to do with the transfer portal. I think down the line, the transfer portal.
So bad.
I hate the transfer portal so much.
I understood it before, but COVID.
But like start
destroyed it.
bidding on players.
Oh, even
Like
worse.
openly bidding on
I
players.
think teams are going to treat the transfer portal as like a trade machine.
Well, they already do bid on players.
They bid on players, but I think they're going to use the transfer portal like trade players now.
Just like during the season.
I think so many restrictions
Postseason.
have to happen to the transfer portal.
They
It's
got
unreal.
to like the transfer portal. I think is way worse than NIL
But
right
with
now.
that said, they have to start getting stricter on head coaches too.
Yes,
Oh, just moving around.
allowing these guys just
Yeah,
transfer
just-
willy nilly.
Yeah. But no,
Go back to if you transfer, okay, well then you're sitting down a year.
But no, I'm thinking come toward the end of the year. I think somehow some star player, whether but even be before the playoffs, maybe like some team that's in contention for a playoff spot, their star quarterback or whatever is gonna be like, hey,
They
Yeah.
pull a Le'Veon Bell kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like hey, you want me to play next week? I need $50K more.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If
Yeah.
not this year, it'll definitely happen next year.
It's gonna happen at some
yeah.
Like
point.
we're like in the quote unquote wild west of NIL right now. This
Right.
is brand
Because I mean, there's
speculative.
literally
But you got to do that with it can only happen with like a Cincinnati or something like that.
Mhm.
It can't happen with an Alabama because Alabama's got horses just
Yeah,
waiting.
they're-
I mean,
It's be like one of those hot teams in like the
Dude,
G5. Like you
yeah.
said, Cincinnati. Like there's gonna be some stud Cincinnati receiver. He's like, all right, I'm not playing this bowl game unless you give me X amount of money.
Yeah.
They will hold out for bowl games.
well, and just like within the last 3 weeks of the season or last 2 weeks of the season for sure. Like, hey, that's when they're gonna start pulling their leverage. And if you gotta have them, you gotta have them. You know.
Yeah.
So that's my
Unless you're Pittsburgh Steelers, kudos to them.
Yeah,
so that's my prediction for the one spot. And who I think are gonna finish at number one, I got Alabama.
same.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, they lost last year, so I mean, it's even that much more. It's even that much easier to pick them this year.
Doesn't Vegas have them as the odds winner?
I think so.
Of course.
All right, my number one. I'm probably gonna get tore up in the comments about this too. I think Lane Kiffin is gonna leave Ole Miss for Nebraska.
Wait, didn't he? He just went back to Ole Miss. What, 2 years ago?
We never been to Ole Miss to go back to Ole Miss.
Wait,
He was at Tennessee.
He was at Tennessee.
right? I remember that.
He was at Tennessee. Then he went to the Raiders, and then
No,
Raiders,
he went-
Tennessee,
No, he went. I thought he went Tennessee,
Tennessee,
USC,
USC, Raiders.
Florida Atlantic.
No, Alabama, then Florida Atlantic.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
All right. Quick Wikipedia search. Where was Lane Kiffin born? Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hometown boy.
Yeah,
He's gonna-
because
and-
Scott Frost has definitely failed them,
Oh yeah, Scott Frost is getting fired mid-year. I think he'll be the first coach.
which sucks because he really is such a
He's
good coach.
He's a good coach. Just Nebraska is just right now. He's
They-
just not a
they-
good recruiter. Scott
There's-
Frost cannot.
There's
recruit.
nothing that the program, even with the NIL and everything like that, there's nothing that the program could bring. It's not like he's Texas. Like Texas can,
They got oil money.
they just have the amount of
Nebraska moving to the Big Ten
resources.
just ruined that whole program
What
because
does
they can't recruit Texas anymore.
what does Nebraska have to offer?
that's what
well,
I'm
they
saying.
got actually they got more money than Ole Miss. That's another reason I think he'll leave. No, they actually looked it up before I made this pick.
really,
Yeah, they actually
really?
got more.
Wow.
They're like the 15th richest program.
Well,
okay, I can understand that. 'cause,
well, I
mean,
guess on paper, but I mean, as far as like the money that's around town.
No. We're talking about like alumni.
Alumni boosters
yeah,
and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
that count. And yeah, I think with OU and Texas coming in, Ole Miss is going to get just beat to shit in that conference. Would you rather be in a conference with in a division with LSU, Arkansas, Texas A&M, Bama, Oklahoma, Texas, or would you rather be in the division with Iowa, Minnesota, Purdue, Wisconsin?
Fair.
So I think he's going to take the easy route. I think he's going to the Big Ten. I think he's going to go to
PJ
Nebraska.
Fleck all the way, dude.
Yeah, dude, PJ Fleck, dude. I love PJ Fleck.
Rode
Especially
a boat.
Yeah, at Western Michigan. He was a dog. Not the Zach Wilson breed.
He got that dog in it.
All right, so that was my number one. I think Bama's going to finish there.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Bama thing is pretty easy. So
You're going to go ahead and do our conference winners.
do our conference champs. Okay. So
Have y'all done honorable mentions?
we,
We
didn't
didn't
have
have
any.
any. Just
It was too much of a
I'm gonna before y'all do y'all's conference, I'm gonna give one honorable mention.
Okay.
let's hear it.
All right. Prediction. Nick Saban wins national championship this year.
And retires.
Automatically retires. NIL, he doesn't want to have to do anything about.
he doesn't like
Yep.
it. Yeah.
And I think to piggyback off of this, I've always said this, and with the NIL coming around, I think this is more likely going to happen. He's going to retire. Dabo Swinney's going to have 1 year in the NFL and just phone it in, and he's going to go coach Alabama because that's where he graduated.
Yeah.
He's
I agree
always
with
wanted. He's always wanted
that.
that
By
job.
the way, that's kudos to Vic Piku. So
Okay.
I got to give him credit on that one.
Shout out.
Yeah. Wise guys daiquiris. Go get you 2 for 1.
Yeah, go hit that.
Yeah. I'm like a-
yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I'm
that's
totally
right.
on board with that. I think
But
he,
y'all will
go-
be hearing
no,
this
no.
on a Thursday.
Yeah, so go
go.
on a Thursday, 2 for 1. Yeah, yeah.
that's true. 2 for 1 Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to do your conference champion?
All right, conference champs.
You want to do one at a time or
All right, so SEC, I got Bama.
SEC? I got Bama.
ACC, I got Clemson.
I got Clemson.
All right, Big Ten, Ohio State.
I got Ohio State.
Pac-12, I got Utah.
I got Utah.
Wow, Big 12, I got Oklahoma.
Big 12, I got Baylor.
Baylor.
Okay.
day.
Dave
I-
Aranda.
Just, hey,
I was
let me,
surprised
hey,
he
let me
turned-
tell you something right now. Heavy bet, future bet, Baylor wins Big 12. all day.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
I
just-
said, Dave Aranda made an SEC team in the Big 12.
I used to love Baylor back in the day, but I feel like they can't ever keep it together.
They can with Aranda. He runs a
Yeah.
tight ship over there.
They just always seem to fold. I don't know.
All right.
But anyway, so playoff teams.
Hold on. You didn't do your G5s?
No, all I did was
They did P5. All right. I'll do my G5s. AAC, I got Cincinnati. Conference USA, I got UAB, Sun Belt, Coastal Carolina.
UAB, dude.
For Conference USA? Absolutely.
Trying to think.
Tech can be in there a little bit. Wait, conference. Wait,
USA.
wait,
Tech.
what's ULL?
Where's USF?
Wait, what's ULL?
USF is AAC.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's ULL?
ULL is
It's Conference USA, aren't they?
Sun Belt.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
In Sun Belt, I got Coastal Carolina. Mountain West, I got San Diego State.
That's gonna be such a fun game to watch.
Dude, Sun Belt's gonna be a fun conference
it's gonna
coming
be
up.
so fun.
Dude, I
coming
love
up.
Sun Belt football, especially with Marshall fixing to come in. That's gonna be fun. All right, Mountain West, I got
We
San
are
Diego State.
Marshall.
Yeah, that didn't hurt, dude.
For-
you just laughed at a plane crash of
Yeah.
football players, dude.
he hates America. He
No,
doesn't even
dude.
like the Patriot.
Yeah.
And for the MAC, I got Miami of Ohio.
Ooh. Watch out for Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, watch out for him, dude.
MAC, I feel like you could just throw a dart.
Put
teams on dartboard.
every year you could always throw in Northern Illinois.
Yes, Northern Illinois is probably the best program in the MAC.
Over the last 15 years, yeah.
Them or Western Michigan.
Western Michigan only with PJ Flip.
Yeah.
He flipped that program.
He did.
But watch what Bowling Green does.
All right.
So
Let's do Heisman.
let's do playoff.
Playoff. All
Then
right.
then we'll go champ. Then we'll go Heisman.
Playoffs.
All right.
So playoff and 1 seed versus 4 seed. I
Yes.
got Bama at the 1 versus Clemson at the 4, and 2 Ohio State versus 3 Georgia.
All right. I got Alabama 1 versus Georgia 4.
Okay.
I got Ohio State 2 versus Utah 3.
Okay. Champ, I got Alabama.
Same. I got Bama over Ohio
Okay.
State.
It's so boring that
I know, I
Bama's just
hate that
Bama,
it's so
Bama,
boring.
Bama, Bama.
I want to be
Bama.
like, I almost put Utah there instead of Ohio State just to be different, but there's no way.
Coming off a
Utah's
loss
beating
to-
Ohio State. It's just not happening.
So Heisman, we both said a non-QB.
Yeah. Who do you got?
So first off, it's partly a name reference, partly because he's a dog.
Okay.
My homie, I got Will Anderson.
I got Will Anderson.
Hey,
That is crazy. We both
That's
put
a
Will-
Bama-
that's a buzzer.
that's a
Come
buzzer.
back.
Bama linebacker. Also, because shout out the homie that lived here right before me was Will Anderson. Different Will Anderson.
So yeah, I got Will Anderson too. I think
That is wild.
Yeah, that's really good. He is so good.
he's gonna have at least
But
20
it's
sacks.
but it's gonna be so hard to beat what Strong does.
Where the fuck did my buzzer
Not
go?
strong.
Dude, you
The quarterback.
hammer
from-
it. Hey.
There we go. Buzzer for Will Anderson.
The Stroud, the quarterback from
CJ Stroud. Ohio State.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be hard
He's
to beat
good,
what he's
but
gonna
man.
do.
Well, if he has a mediocre game
When
or
was
two
the
at the
last
end of the
time
season,
a
though,
quarterback that's been the odds-on favorite actually won?
actually won it, something always happens. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Which
I
I mean-
just think it'll be Will Anderson. I think he's just he
He's
could
a
have went
dog.
he could have went to the NFL last year. He'd been like
Right.
a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be probably the first.
Shout out Shotgun Willie.
He's gonna be the first player off the board in the
Yeah.
NFL draft. Will
Yeah.
Anderson. He's
Hey,
like probably one of the best.
Shout out Wild Bill.
Hey, shout out, coached by Hammond boy.
Who?
Pete Golden.
No shit.
Oh,
The defense
okay.
coordinator. The defense coordinator at Alabama.
Didn't know that.
Grew up with him my whole life.
So
Oh shit, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Hey, also, by the way, national championship last year. Defense coordinator, Hammond boy. AD of Georgia, Hammond boy.
no, nice.
Both played.
Hey, Hammond.
Hey, the
both-
homies are up.
Both Hammond High Tornadoes. There you go.
The homies
There we
are
go.
up.
Hammond America.
Shout
On
out
the map for real.
Shout out Shotgun Willie though. So
Just Tange Maho in general. We got a Heisman winner.
yeah, so the homie Will, right? So we go to Breck. We're driving through Denver. Shotgun Willie's is a strip club. We're just driving by. It's like we already call him Will, whatever. It's like, oh, Shotgun Willie's dude, hilarious, blah blah. And it's realized like, oh, it's a strip club. So we start calling that. And I saw him. I'm driving by here one day, back before he used to live here. I see him out on the street. I just yell out the window, "Shotgun!" Then I realized, like, oh, that's probably not good to yell out the window in public. Like, it's kind of like yelling "bomb" at an airport. You know what I'm saying? Like, shotgun.
Sounds like I said bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Well, you'd be the worst drive-by shooter of all time. Uzi.
Look out.
Look out, I got the Uzi.
But anyway, all right. So let's do rundowns of what? All right, just
Just-
our picks,
Just you want to do our,
picks or takes.
let's just do our picks.
All right, so my number 10 at 10, I got LSU. 9, I got Kentucky. 8, Michigan. 7, Notre Dame. 6, Utah. 5, Texas A&M. 4, Clemson. 3, Georgia. 2, Ohio State, and number 1, Alabama.
All right. Number 10, I got BYU. 9, Auburn. Shout out to Travis. 8, Baylor. 7, LSU. 6, Kentucky. 5, Cincinnati. 4, Georgia. 3, Utah. 2, Ohio State. 1, Alabama.
Guys, I gotta know something.
Okay,
You just put 5 SEC teams. in the
Okay.
top.
I think I had 4 or 5.
5. Map out. Can you map out that schedule for me?
Okay, I will.
It always
When I get-
happens.
When I
though.
get home, I mean,
Okay, so LSU loses to Alabama A&M. They
no,
finish-
LSU loses just to Arkansas, Alabama.
okay, loses
We're beating
okay, loses
A&M.
to okay. So who's A&M? Okay,
A&M will lose to Ole Miss. They will lose to Arkansas. They will lose to Tennessee.
then they won't be ahead of LSU. 3 losses.
Who? A&M? I didn't rank A&M.
Sorry, I was just because off of his. That's why I'm like so confused.
That's why I said like
Yeah, I told you mine are
Like A&M
contradictory. I don't know how
fans-
they're going to end up there, but they will.
like A&M fans will turn on Jimbo Fisher. That's my second pick because
Yeah,
he's going
you're
to nosedive this season.
Yeah, somehow the top 10 always ends up at least 4 SEC teams.
that's baseball.
Well, actually,
That's baseball.
let's see. We had Georgia, Alabama.
I got
And I think-
Alabama,
Ole Miss.
Georgia, A&M,
No,
No, Ole Miss, lost
Kentucky,
in-
LSU. I do have 5.
I'm talking about
No,
who
like
finished.
how
who
finished.
finished?
Oh,
The AP was Georgia, Alabama.
What like
and that
Kentucky?
was it.
Like in Kentucky finished like number 11, something like that.
How many do we have in just the top 25 in general? 1, 2,
LSU's not there.
3.
Ole Miss is there.
yeah, I already acknowledged that
Ole Miss
LSU
finished
fans are going to
11.
have unrealistic expectations. It's part of the beauty of the list.
4, 5. We only had 5 teams finish in the top 25 last year.
Well, we're going to have 5 in the top 10.
I love how you say only 5. It's like that's
I know it's impressive as hell. I've expected more.
that's what makes SEC baseball even more impressive.
Oh yeah, SEC baseball.
They'll finish with fucking 10 teams. ranked in the
SEC baseball
25.
is more juggernaut than SEC football.
Fair.
Facts.
But anyway, so we have not discussed at all what we're doing next week.
I know we're
Wait,
Said-
you got his rundown. Sorry.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, sorry.
I did
My fault.
BYU,
My fault.
Auburn, Baylor, LSU, Kentucky,
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Georgia, whatever. All right. So next week,
doesn't
you
matter.
want to do fantasy football before we do NFL picks?
Yes, because also this is
Because
gonna,
people have drafts coming up.
this is going to be 197. So we need to do fantasy football, NFL predictions, and then 200.
200. That's going to be a live episode.
We'll have to
means-
figure out what we're doing for that.
Means you're going to be on Facebook watching us break this down in real time.
We'll get that all ironed out.
I think
We
the
have-
show needs to go on the road again.
We do.
Hey, kudos to
Nash again.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to Jordan getting married.
Hey,
huh?
make country music sad again. Got the
Yeah,
shirt
got the
on.
shirt
already.
on.
You saw a boy
Yeah.
got married.
Got engaged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
shout him out.
Huh? Married. I said engaged. Yeah.
We did shout him out on the app.
Nice.
Should have tagged. We're gonna need to tag him.
He's
in
got
that.
it locked down.
But anyway, so yeah, next week you'll get what you get. I think we just kind of hashed it out. What fantasy football predictions are like highest scores from 10-1, or predictions in general, or do it the same way we did
I
this.
think we'll just do fantasy football. Who's going to finish top 10 scoring? Not outside of quarterbacks, obviously.
Well, depends on your system.
Yeah, that's true. Because some
Um,
psychos out there do 6 points for
we'll
passing
just do top
touchdowns.
10 fantasy football picks.
Okay.
Not who's going to finish where, whatever, but who should be picked.
Okay, like a mock draft.
Mock
almost.
draft, yeah.
Okay.
10-1.
And then do top defense, top kicker, something.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll pepper it in.
We'll pepper it in.
So you'll do 12 picks.
So
We'll do
that and NFL predictions.
NFL predictions.
Same thing we did college.
Same exact thing.
Okay. All right. And
over Saints.
till then, peace.